Aloha, and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I'm your host, Murph. I hope everybody's had a good week out there this week. It's been a good time in Hawaii. We just finished up with the Century Tournament of Champions. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But other than that, it's been a great week. Can't really complain a whole lot. I apologize right off the get-go, guys, if I sound a little not with it today. We were playing Beach Boys today, and I'll go into further about that, but got some bad news after we finished the round, so I apologize. And I'm probably going to keep it nice, short, and sweet tonight. Give you an update on the Fia Championship belt matches on Sunday at Moanalua Golf Club. Joe P. continues his reign of the belt. Shot 65. Chris and I tried to give him a run for his money, but again, on the backside, we kind of fell apart and he pushed on. So he continues to hold the belt, and we'll try to get him again next week. The Beach Boys, we played at Eva Beach today. Man, I'll tell you, that course is one of my favorite courses on the island. And whenever anybody comes and asks what course should I play, I always tell them, go play Eva Beach. It is, in my opinion, one of the best courses on this island. It's always in great shape. The greens are amazing. And you can't go wrong playing there. So we had the Beach Boys today. Played all right, didn't play great. Shot 77. Won some of my matches, lost a couple. And I don't know. We finished playing, and my buddy Dan, he's been on the show before. He lost his father a couple of months ago, and he came in, and we were, going to run the matches and everything, and then I could tell he was upset about something, and then he proceeded to tell me that his mother passed away today, and he got the news with like 3 or 4 holes to go. So, man, I feel so bad for him, just for the fact that, I could just imagine how he feels. I lost my mother and father, but it was a year apart. And I know how I felt at that time. And he lost both of his parents within the last 4 months. And it's been bugging me all day, actually. Ever since we got done playing, I just haven't felt right. And so, Dan, if you're listening, man, I'm thinking about you, and I'll be praying for you. And, of course, if you need anything, all you got to do is get a hold of me. But, so, I don't know. It just sucks, man. It just sucks when you lose your parent. It doesn't matter how old you are. So anyhow, my prayers go out to Dan and his family. So they just finished up the Century Tournament of Champions at Kapalua on Maui this weekend. And Harris English wins over a playoff with Joaquin Neiman. And it's funny because Chris, my buddy Chris, he had said when we were watching the tournament at the club, he had said that Harris English had a good chance to win it this week. And he said that like on Friday. So, and Saturday. So he wins in a playoff. Now they come to Oahu at Waialae Country Club for the Sony Open. And on the power rankings, I think they've got him listed like 5th in the power rankings. They've got Sanjay M as number 1. He did finish, Sanjay finished in the top 25 in the first 2 times he played at Waialae. But he really hasn't put together 4 rounds yet, so we'll see what happens. They're calling for him. And another one, top 3, Colin Morikawa and Webb Simpson. And then they got Joaquin Neiman and Harris English listed 4th and 5th. So I don't know. I'm like I said, I've said it in the past that I'm a real big fan of Webb Simpson. And I think he ended up finishing 17th or tied for 17th at Kapalua last week. So we'll see what happens. And I like Colin Morikawa too. He's, a couple of my buddies that we've talked that he is, if he could just putt a little better, man, he would be a force to be dealt with. He has got mad game. He's really, really good. So I wouldn't be upset if Colin won or if Webb won. So that starts on Thursday this week here on Oahu. Man, I don't know. And then we had the Buckeye game tonight, and I really felt good that going into this game that we had a really good chance of winning. I mean, I know Alabama's a great team, but I had a really good feeling that we were going to do good, especially after our last game with Clemson. I'm just thinking, man, if they could just put that together for this game, and I wasn't really disappointed for the first half. Well, towards the end of the first half, they scored, we scored, they scored, we scored, and then we got that turnover, and man, we just didn't capitalize on it. So I don't know. It's cost me a pretty penny. I told Joe P and Chris tonight that I lost money on the game compared to the money I've lost to those guys playing the Murph game and Kings and Lows poker game. So not looking forward to facing everybody. And of course, I've got them all texting me tonight, giving me crap about the game. But hey, hats off to Alabama. They're a great team. Devontae Smith is a gamer. And it's unfortunate he got injured and had to lead the game. But man, that guy, he is going to do well in the pros, I believe. And Najee Harris, he's a player too. So I don't know how much Justin Fields was, banged up and sore and everything. So maybe that played a part in it. I'm not making excuses because he got banged up in the last game and he came back in and toughed it out and played the game and they ended up winning. So I'm not making excuses for him, but you don't know what kind of injury, if any, and it didn't help Trey Sermon getting injured and going out. And I know they didn't say anything about what happened, but it sounds kind of like maybe a broken collarbone. But we'll see. We'll wait and see what they say about it. I know he left and went to the hospital. So let's take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Hey, guys, I got to tell you, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you how. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, but Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other sites. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. Back to the Sony Open. So they held the Monday qualifier for the Sony at Hawakale Golf Course here on Oahu. And they end up taking the top 4 qualifiers. So looking at the list, I noticed one of our local guys, Jared Sawada, actually qualified, shot 2 under, and so he will be playing in the Sony Open again this year. I believe he played last year also. And unfortunately, I don't know if my buddy Brent Grant came over and played or tried to qualify, but I did not see his name on the list. I did see somebody that withdrew who was one of the pros that I caddied in his group one year, Robert Gomez. I got to tell you, he was one of the nicest pros that I've ever caddied in their group before. He was really, really nice, and we had a good time. And so he unfortunately withdrew. I don't know if it was because of injury or he just didn't come and play. But so congratulations to Jared Sawada and good luck at the Sony this year. Unfortunately, they're not allowing spectators for the tournament. So we'll have to watch him on TV, but hopefully he'll do good being a local guy. So I had a listener send in an email asking about how they can establish a handicap. David sends this email saying, Murph, I want to start playing some tournaments. However, they say I have to have a gin handicap. I do not have one. How can I go about receiving one? So David, what you need to do is the easiest way to do it. If you have a Roger Dunn, if you're not a member of a club, either a club where you go play every week or a club that you belong to, the easiest way to do it is just go, if you have a Roger Dunn in your area, you can go to Roger Dunn and sign up for their email. I think it's like or not their email, but their handicap system. I think it's like $20 or $25 a year for your handicap. And then you would pay them, and then you can download the mobile app on your phone. And every time you play, you enter your scores into the mobile app. They suggest that you do it hole by hole because of the new system, the way it's set up. You won't have to try to figure out manually double net bogey. The app will do that for you, but you have to enter the scores in individually, hole by hole. You can also do it total score, but if you don't know how to figure out double net bogey, then your handicap's not going to be correct. So if you just go hole by hole into the app, it will figure that stuff out for you. And then after you get, I think, I want to say it's 8. They changed it to the 8 of the last 20 scores. It used to be 10, I think, but they changed it to 8 maybe. 8 of the last 10 or last 20. Then you'll eventually, after you get, I think it's 5 rounds, you will get a handicap. And then whenever you enter into a tournament, they're going to want to know your GIN number. So you give them your number, and they may want to know what your handicap index is. So that's the easiest way to do it, is just go to Roger Dunn and sign up for their handicap system. If you guys have any other questions or topics you want me to talk about, just shoot me an email, murphsplace808@gmail.com. So not much else has been going on. Like I said, I've just kind of been in a funk today after receiving the bad news from Dan. So I don't know. I just, I feel bad for the guy. I can't shake it. It's hard losing your parents that close together. So, and it showed. I mean, he didn't play all that great today, especially the last few holes because of the news he received. So I feel bad for him for that part also, but, tell your mom and dad you love them if you still have them, and be thankful that you still have them. All right, let's take a short break, and we'll be right back. This podcast is brought to you by Smart Boy Studios, the best studio and artist collective out of Ohio. Smart Boy Studios provides recording, mixing, and mastering services, as well as any other audio post-production you need. Smart Boy Entertainment artists Corey Gossett and JV Tree have a new EP out on November 20th, 5 Day Friends. The 6-song project explores the fun and friendly energy that these two artists have on a track together. With production from D. Swove, Vesta, and Ash Matthews, you can't help but to bob your head, tap your foot, and sing along to the stellar set of tracks. Head to www.smartboystudios.com to stay up to date on new music, new videos, and any upcoming events. If you'd like to support Smart Boy Studios and their artists, visit threads.smartboystudios.com to check out their merch. They offer hoodies, hats, shirts, and more. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Well, like I said earlier, it's going to be short and sweet tonight. I apologize for that. And we will see you guys next week. Like I said, if you want me to discuss something, please shoot me an email. Or if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I hope you guys have a great week. Hopefully my day is going to get better tomorrow, and we'll start the Murph series again. The Murph game at Wanalua this week, Tuesday through Friday. So those guys, local guys that are listening, if you want to come play, we start at 4:00. So you can come out and play. Also, we had 3 new members join the Beach Boys Golf Club today. So if you guys are local and you want to join a club, come out and join us. It's a good time, and we play a lot of good courses. Next week, I think we're playing Wanalua Golf Club. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. If you're playing golf where you're at, if it's not too cold, hit them straight, hit them long, but don't hit them often. Aloha, everybody.